Everyone, come and see the greatest thing on your TV. Learning new and exciting stuff, making homework not so tough. Move your feet and shake your bones. Have some fun in the KnowZone. KnowZone, KnowZone. Have some fun in the KnowZone.
Yay! Oh. Gosh, is that an earthquake?
It can't be. The only thing that's shaking is Mariah's podium. What's going? Sorry. And I'm Marara. Rah!
Marara, what were you doing back there? You gave us quite a scare.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just trying to see what an earthquake would be like. Right. Just make sure that you don't hurt yourself because we've got a lot planned for today's show.
Oh, yes, we do. We have cool words, we have out there, we have number one, and of course, our studio guests.
So why don't we go into the chill out zone and meet them?
Hello, everybody. How are you doing today?
Hi!
Why don't you say a big hello to everyone who's watching us at home?
Hi!
Well, hello, friends. Hello, Marara. I am so happy that you have come to help us today, and we are going to have lots of fun.
So, let's go straight to the buzzwords. Which ones are they?
Season.
Rainfall.
Drought.
Mud.
Disaster.
Well done. The buzzwords are very, very important, and they will be appearing throughout today's episode and in our next program.
That's right. So for now, let's go and find out what our friends have been up to in Makutano. It's now time for...
Junction Juniors!
It's so dark outside. Brian, what time is it?
The small hour hand is on the 4 and the long minute hand is on the 12, so that means it's only 4 o'clock.
I think we'd better start our meeting. Otherwise, it might begin raining.
But it was sunny just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, this weather is becoming so strange these days.
I know it's not even the season for rain.
Password. Climate.
Spell it.
C-L-I-M-A-T-E.
Yay!
Sorry I'm late. It looks like there's gonna be a big storm soon. I almost didn't make it to our meeting.
I understand you, Ashni. I almost got hit by a hailstone the size of a basketball. James, you have an overactive imagination.
There's no such a thing as hailstones the size of a basketball.
These days, you can expect anything from the weather. Okay, listen, what we're suffering from is called climate change.
What?
Climate change.
What does that mean?
I don't know exactly. I just hear my mom talking about it all the time. Something about not taking care of the environment, so the climate keeps changing.
Not taking care of the environment. Does that mean that the environment is sick?
I guess.
What can we do to make it better?
I don't know, Nita.
I'm so scared. I wish it could stop. One day I'll become a doctor and fix this.
Speedy about the environment change.
Yeah! No, I know what to do. Since the globe is sick, we can go to Dr. Charles, who will teach us and explain to us on what to do. Who's coming with me?
I'll go.
Me too. Aren't you coming?
I think we should break into two. You go and ask Dr. Charles. We'll go and ask Speedy since he knows much about the environment.
Good idea, Brian.
We should all be back by 5:30 p.m.
That's when the long minute hand is on 6 and the short hour hand is in between 5 and 6. Come on.
Go Junction Juniors! Yay!
Dr. Charles, we need your help.
Children, what can I do for you?
It's the environment. It's sick. Something called climate change.
Sorry?
We need you to make it better.
What is it? What's the rush? Where are you going to?
You know a lot about agriculture.
Yeah, correct?
You've learned more about the environment.
Well, yes. Is there anything you'd like to learn?
We need you to tell us ways to stop climate change.
Now, children, you need to understand that I'm only a doctor.
And that's why we've come to you.
Because you can help stop climate change.
Can't you?
Yes, I can. Yes, we can. As a matter of fact, everyone can help stop climate change. Even someone as young as you.
Really? But how?
By using the Earth's resources wisely. You see, by using Earth's resources unwisely, such as cutting down trees and burning them, creates carbon dioxide, which can cause climate change. And climate change can cause disasters such as drought. Let me try and simplify it. You see this plastic bag? If we were to go shopping today, our items are going to be put in a plastic bag such as this. And if we go again tomorrow, the same thing will happen. And when we get home, what do we do with the bag?
But what's wrong with that?
The problem is, a lot of energy is used to create such plastic bags. And in the process, a lot of carbon dioxide is expelled into the atmosphere, causing climate change.
But what can we do instead?
Now, supposing we are to go shopping with a bag such as a kiondo. It may look funny, but by using a kiondo to shop can bring about climate change.
But how?
Because you can reuse the bag every time you go shopping. And it's not only by recycling plastic bags. We need to stop cutting down trees and also use chemicals and fertilizers that are kind to the environment. Okay?
Quick! We have to do something, otherwise the earth will be finished. Dr. Charles, what can we do instead?
We need to stop global warming.
What's global warming?
Because of our actions, there's so many harmful gases in the atmosphere, and they trap the heat from the sun, causing the Earth's temperature to rise.
What does that mean?
It means that the weather will be very unpredictable, making it very difficult to grow crops and also get drinking water.
There are so many things we can do to make sure that we stop climate change.
Like what, Maspeedy?
Well, my good friend told me that to save the environment, you need to use the 3 R's. These are the 3 easy steps: reduce, recycle, reuse.
Wow, I like that. It's pretty easy.
Well, after you've watched television or listened to your radio, you need to unplug it from the socket. That way you'll cut down on the power consumption. Or after you've peeled potatoes or any other vegetables, don't throw away the peelings. You can use them as fertilizer or feed them to your cows, chicken, or rabbit.
What about recycling?
That's the easiest. There are many things we can do, like plant trees. Trees create oxygen, and they also attract rainfall, which fills our rivers. And everyone knows, water is life. There is hope. But each and every one of us has to play a role.
Wow, Junction Juniors, let's go talk to the rest and stop climate change.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye, Maspeedy.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Okay, bye.
Junction Juniors, we need to plant more trees because it's the most effective measure against climate change.
That's a good idea, Leleti. But do we have enough money to buy more seedlings? What about you ask the teachers at school to contribute?
Yeah, that's a great idea. We can ask Teacher Pendo to help us start an awareness program for everyone in school.
Yeah. Wait a minute. You all have good ideas, but do you think anyone is going to listen to us? We're just children.
James, you can't talk like that.
And see, if you don't stop this climate change, you don't complain when you're hit by another hailstorm.
James, everyone has a role to play in climate change.
Yes, that's what Dr. Charles told us. You have to have faith, James. And that means that all have a role to play in conserving the environment.
Come on, Junction Juniors, come on. Junction Juniors, I'm sorry to have doubted you.
It's okay, at least we still know that whatever you do, even if how small it is, it can help making the world a better place.
That's true. At least now we have an environmental club. Now you can learn more about the environment, plant trees,
And even stop climate change.
Junction Juniors forever!
Junction Juniors.
The Junction Juniors really care about the environment.
Yes, we all should. You see, changes in the environment impact on our lives. Do you agree with me?
Yes!
Now tell me, which buzzwords did you hear in the program?
I had the word season.
Excellent, Kaka.
There was a lot about rainfall.
Yes, that's true. Elvis?
I heard the word mud.
Excellent. What else did you learn from this episode of Junction Juniors? Leah?
I learned about climate change.
I know all about 3 R's.
Oh, yes.
Hey, that's my favorite sound. It's time to learn with Teacher Pendo.
That's right. It's time for cool words.
Hello everyone and welcome to Cool Words. Today we are going to learn about the words we use to join 2 or more sentences together. Now, let's look at this sentence and read it out aloud. Please join in at home. Let's read it together, shall we?
Kwamboka is not at school today. She has a cold.
Very good. We can join these 2 sentences and make it into one. Who would like to try? Yes, Marara?
Kwamboka is not at school today because she has a cold.
Well done, Marara. Did you notice the Marara used the word because? Now, when you look at these 2 sentences, you will notice that the second one, she has a cold, explains the reason why Kwamboka did not come to school. The word because is the link between these 2 sentences. Now, let's try some other sentences. Victor is going fishing. I am going fishing. Who would like to join this sentence for us? Yes, Elvis?
Victor and I are going fishing.
Very good. Victor and I are going fishing. As you can see in this example, and has been used to join the sentence. Elvis avoided repeating himself and used the word and. Now, these joining words, which are used to link ideas or sentences, are known as conjunctions or connectives.
Teacher Pendo, I know another example of what is that word again?
Conjunction, Marara.
Oh, sorry, conjunction. The word but.
You're right, Marara. But is also another example of a conjunction. It is used for linking opposing ideas. Now, let's look at these sentences and see if we can use the word but to link them. Ledama looked everywhere for his hat. He could not find it. Now, who would like to use the word but to link these sentences? Yes, Leah?
The Dama looked everywhere for his hat, but he could not find it.
Very good. But is a commonly used conjunction. I've had some pupils use it when they want to give an excuse. For example, they would say, I wanted to do my homework, but I did not have the time.
Yes, Teacher Pendo. We like to make excuses when we have not done our homework. Teachers also like using the conjunction but a lot. They say, you have achieved good grades, Marara, but you can do better.
I know I am guilty of that, but everyone can do better. Now, there's a very common conjunction that we use when we want to express consequences of an action or situation. Now, let's look at this sentence and see which conjunction I am talking about. John spent his bus fare on sweets. He had to walk home. Who would like to tell us which conjunction we are talking about? Yes, Samoy?
The conjunction is so.
Very good. Now, who would like to join for us the sentence using the conjunction so? Yes, Koki?
John spent his bus fare on sweets, so he had to walk home.
Very good. Now, let's play a game. Are you happy?
Yes!
Great. Now, here are some cards with some conjunctions written on them. Now, I will read you some sentences, and I'd like you to pick the appropriate conjunction. Here is my first sentence. You can study hard for this exam. You can fail. Yes, Elvis?
You can study hard for this exam, or you can fail.
Very good. Now, the second sentence. This is neither what I said, what I meant. Yes, Leah?
This is neither what I said nor what I meant.
Very good. The next one. John plays basketball well. His favorite sport is football. Yes, Samoy?
John plays basketball well, yet his favorite sport is football.
Excellent. And the last sentence. We shall lose the match. We act now. Yes, we change her?
We shall lose the match unless we act now.
Very good. Well done, all of you. Now, you will come across some other examples of conjunctions that we have not discussed today. Now, you need to remember the conjunctions are words that we use to join or connect ideas in sentences. What is the other word that we can use to refer to conjunctions?
Teacher Pendo, I remember that one.
Yes, Marara?
The word is connectives.
Excellent. Let's clap for him. Great. Well, that's all we have time for today on Cool Words. Right now, though, let's join Maspeedy in Out There.
Hey, how many trees have you planted this year? Trees are very important to our environment. They make our surrounding very beautiful and give us fruits and shade when it's really hot. It's also true that trees make the air we breathe a lot cleaner. Trees also control the amount of rainfall we get. Isn't it amazing? When it is hot, the trees lose water through the leaves in a process called transpiration, which is hot air. Then the hot air goes up and cools to form clouds, which later on pour down as rainfall. But people are cutting down these trees without planting anymore. It's such a shame. While some of them are cutting trees for timber and firewood, some are using the trees to burn charcoal. This is happening everywhere. And if it goes on and on, I'm afraid that after some time it will be all dry. No trees, no rivers, no water, and then maybe there will be no us. For example, the Maasai community here at Bisil have been fetching water here in all seasons. But today, the dam is dry. They are forced to walk long distances looking for water, hoping that the expected long rains will soon rescue them from the drought-related problems. Everyone needs water, and so do the animals. If we don't get enough rainfall, then that means we will have inadequate water for our domestic use and less food for the animals. This might lead to starvation and even death. I wonder how one can tell when to expect the rains and when not to. Come along, let's find out what happens here. This is where they use different instruments to measure different aspects of weather. Temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. And we use the thermometer, which is stored in the thermometer screen, to measure temperature. The thermometer has a liquid-like substance called mercury, and it gives us the reading depending on its movement. Oh, look! For those of us who love farming, this is the soil thermometer. This measures the temperature of the soil at various steps. And here is the rain gauge. When it rains, this hollow cylinder accumulates water in the specified time. Then it's later measured. And just in case it rains a lot, this bottle fills and the overflowing water is collected here, and this ensures that there is no loss of water for accurate results. To measure the speed and direction of wind, we use the anemometer. The wind speed is measured by the propeller. The stronger the wind, the faster the propeller turns. Hey, thanks a lot, Bahati, for teaching me a lot about the instruments today. And as Bahati and the rest do their bit here, I am going to do mine by planting more trees. Bye, people. See you.
I really love Maspeedy's trips. Did you see all that equipment at the weather center?
Oh yes, we did. But it makes me sad to think about all the trees that are getting cut down. And they're such an important part of our water cycle.
I agree. You see, when you cut down a tree, it affects the water cycle. And the water cycle is very important to our lives.
Yes, that's true. And if I have to cut down a tree, I am going to plant 2 more.
That's very good, Mara. But now it's time for something a little different. It's time for us to play a bit of a game. It's time for Number Run! Now, this is a game that we invented so that we could help Marara with his maths.
Yes, and I need as much help as I can get.
Now, the game is very, very simple. On the blackboard, there are 3 sums. Now, just like this example sum right here, there's a little something missing. Now, all our number runners have to do is solve the sum and come and look for the solution right here in the number pit. Now, we didn't want to make it too easy, so you have to look for the solution among all of these numbers. Once you find that number, like so, you go back to the blackboard.
Once you get here to the board, you need to make sure you put your number in the correct position. Like that, where the question mark is. Please make sure you don't get your numbers mixed up, because the moment this number is here on the board, it's stuck. And that means you cannot change it.
That's right. Now, once you've solved the sum, it's time for you to run across to your teammates and tag in the person to do the next sum, just like this.
There is a catch. You have only 45 seconds to get the correct answers to these sums. So, we all need to cheer our number runners with the correct answers. All right?
Yes!
Very good.
Now, with number run, speed is everything. Because if you do manage to solve the 3 sums within the 45 seconds, Marara has these wonderful maths books that he will let you take back to your school. Are the rules clear?
Yes!
Are you ready to play number run?
Yes!
Excellent.
Very good. Let's have our number runner, number 1 here, please.
Let's put 45 seconds on the clock and reveal that first sum.
15 plus what is 30? Go.
Top of the board, top of the board.
Go, 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 go. You don't have time. Very good. What divided by 3 is 7? Go. Go, 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 go. Help me with the right answer. What divided by 3 3 is 7. Help her with the right answer. What? Okay, look for it. It's right there. What is it again?
21.
Good. Look for it. Look for it, Dama. It's there. Very good. Tag in the next person. 10 multiplied by 10 is what? Go.
Stop the clock. Time is up.
All right then, no worries. We look at what you did together quickly. On to the first sum. We asked you, 15 plus what is 30? Now I know you were looking for, what were you looking for? 15, right?
Yes.
But Kaka, it was you. Did you get 15? No. You got 51. You gotta be careful when you're looking for the number. You got 51 instead of 15, but 15 is the correct answer. So we're going to put 15 together quickly. On to the second sum, we asked you, what divided by 3 is 7? You gave us 21, is that correct?
Yes.
Very good. 21 is the correct answer. And on to the third sum, we asked you, 10 multiplied by 10 is what? What's the answer?
100.
I know you got the answer correct, but we stopped the clock because we ran out of time. So we put 100 quickly together there. Nonetheless, let's give them a big round of applause.
Well, don't worry. You're still winners because you have helped me with my maths homework. It's really a shame that you ran out of time.
All right then, did you enjoy playing number run?
Yes!
Excellent. We have another half hour of fun and learning to go right here on the KnowZone.
That's right. So don't go anywhere because we will be right back.
Today's show is all about climate and disaster.
Yes, it is. So let's go straight to the buzzwords. Which ones are they?
Season.
Rainfall.
Drought.
Mud.
Disaster.
Now today's buzzwords are all about climate and disaster. So make sure you listen out for them because you will hear them throughout this show.
That's right. Marara, could you tell us what Ranger Rukia is going to be teaching us about today? What kind of an animal should we be looking forward to?
Well, Charlie, today's Wild Zone is not about an animal. It's about a place.
A place?
Mm-hmm.
What sort of a place?
A very hot place.
A hot place.
Do you know where that could be? Do you all want to find out what place Marara is talking about?
Yes!
Very good. Let's go to the Wild Zone.
Hello KnowZone Rangers, I am Ranger Rukia. Today we are visiting a very special lake in the Rift Valley. This is Lake Bogoria. Do you know why Lake Bogoria is special? Let's go a little closer and I will show you. Wow, do you see that KnowZone Rangers? Lake Bogoria is special because it has many hot springs inside and around it. And today we are going on an adventure to learn all we can about hot springs. Hot springs are streams of hot boiling water that comes from deep under the ground. Sometimes, the water from rain and other sources trickles deep into the ground where it comes in contact with hot rocks. Then the water gets hotter and hotter. Eventually, it is too hot to stay underground anymore and up it goes. When a hot spring sprays water that high, it's called a geyser. Lake Bogoria has nearly 200 hot springs around its shores. Flamingos feed on small creatures that live in these hot waters, so there are many flamingos here. They have very tough skin on their legs, that's why they don't mind standing in the hot water all day. Hot springs can also be very useful in another way. They can be used to make electricity. This is a place called Olkaria. Have you ever heard of it? It is just a few kilometers from Lake Naivasha. Here at Olkaria, the water from deep in the ground is turned into electricity and you can use it to power your TV so you can watch this show. So you see, you can have the power from hot springs right there inside your house. Sadly though, because of climate change, the weather is getting hotter and drier and many lakes are slowly drying up. Now you know why even a strange lake such as this is so important to us and to our environment. Rangers like you and I should do everything we can to stop our lakes from going dry. See you next time. Bye.
Wow, that was amazing.
Yes, I had no idea that the deeper you go beneath the Earth's surface, the hotter the rocks get. And that's why the water was so hot.
Yes, and I heard the buzzword mud.
Uh-huh.
I know what that sound means. We have had hot springs, and we have had hot mud, and now it's time for...
Hot Numbers!
Hello everyone and welcome to Hot Numbers. Today's lesson is about telling the time. Why do you think it is very important to know how to tell the time? Yes, Juliet?
You need to know what time to wake up.
Very good. Someone else? Yes, Wichanja?
You need to know what time school starts so you are not late.
Very good. Someone else? Yes, Dama?
I like knowing the time so that I don't miss my favorite television program.
Yes, and I hope it's the KnowZone. And it is important to know the time so that I can know when to go for break or lunch.
Very good. Well done, all of you. Now, when telling the time, we use minutes and hours. We also use seconds, but today, I want us to concentrate on minutes and hours. If you'd like to draw a clock at home, first you will need to draw your circle and then divide your circle into quarters. At the top here, you will write 12. Now, the first quarter, you will write 3. The next quarter, you will write 6. And your last quarter, you will write 9. Now you can easily fill in the rest of the numbers.
Teacher Pendo, why do the sticks of the clock have different sizes?
Well, we call these sticks hands. Now, the long hand is the minute hand. It tells us how many minutes have passed. The short hand is the hour hand. It tells us what hour it is. When we look at the long hand, we can say that so many minutes have passed, or we can use the phrases o'clock, quarter past, half past, quarter to. When the long hand, the minute hand, is on 12, we say o'clock. Now, what would we say if the long hand is on the first quarter, 3? Yes, Vichanja?
Quarter past.
Very good. We can say quarter past, which is the same as 15 minutes past. Now, when the long hand is on 6, we say half past. Now, who can tell me what we would say if the long hand is on 9? Yes, Juliet?
Quarter to.
Excellent. And of course, the short hand indicates the hour. Now, what would we say if the long hand, the minute hand, is on 12 and the short hand, the hour hand, is on 6? What time is it? Yes, Kaka?
6 o'clock.
Very good. It is 6 o'clock. Let's try another one. Please join in at home. What time is it now? Yes, Juliet?
8 o'clock.
Very good. It is 8 o'clock. Now, how about now? What time is it? Yes, Vichanja?
9:15.
Very good. And how about now? What time is it? Yes, Dama?
2:15.
Okay. And how about now?
Teacher Pendo,
Yes,
I got that
Marara?
one. That means it is 4:30.
Well done, Marara. Now, when the long hand is on 9 and the short hand is just before 7, we say it is 7:15. Now, when the long hand is on 9 and the short hand is just before 10, we say it is? Yes, Kaka?
10:45.
Very good. We say it is 10:15. How many hours does a clock have? Yes, Koki?
12 hours.
Very good. And how many hours do we have in a day? Yes, Samoa?
There are 24 hours in a day.
Excellent. So in the course of the day, the hour hand will travel round the clock face twice. Now, Marara, would you tell us how many minutes there are in an hour?
Minutes.
Well, let's help him. Now, each of these sections between two numbers is 5 minutes. Now, do you know your 5 times tables?
Yes!
Let's say them together.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
Well done. There are 60 minutes in an hour. It takes 5 minutes for the long hand to move from 12 to 1, and another 5 minutes for it to move from 1 to 2. We can then put the 2 5s together and multiply by 2. Now, 5 times 2 is 10. So we can say then that it is 10 minutes past. Now, if the minute hand is on 5, then we would say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 minutes times 5. Well, so we would say...
I know that one.
Yes,
I know that
Marara?
one. I've got it. We can say 25 minutes past.
Excellent, Marara. Now, when the minute hand starts passing the 12, we say the time is past the hour. Now, when the minute hand starts passing 6, we say the time is to the hour. And remember, when the minute hand has gone all the way round and back on 12, we say...
O'clock!
Excellent. Now let's play a quick game to find out if you know how to tell the time. Don't forget to join in at home. Now here's the first one. What time is it? Yes, Juliet?
10 past 2.
Very good. It is 10 minutes past 2. How about this one? Yes, Wichenja?
25 minutes past 7.
Excellent. 25 minutes past 7. How about this one? Yes, Samoa?
The time is 5 minutes past 12.
Very good. 5 minutes past 12. And this one? Yes, Koki?
20 minutes to 6.
Very good. 20 minutes to 6. I can see you all know your time now. Now, how about this one?
Oh, I know that one. I know that
Marara?
one. It is 10 minutes to 10.
Very good. Well done, everyone. Remember, the shorthand shows us the hour, and it takes 1 hour for the shorthand to move from one number to the next. And the longhand shows us the minutes, and it takes 5 minutes for it to move from one number to the next.
Thank you very much, Teacher Pendo. That was a lot of fun.
Right now, though, it's time to find out what Uncle Supu has to show us in Art Zone.
Hi kids, I'm doing a very serious drawing and it's called an action painting. What I'm doing first is just doing a simple drawing, and this one is a border man. And what I'm going to do is draw him riding a bike and having a nice day, but there's a surprise. And in this surprise, I want to show you what will happen. I have another one, which I did earlier, and it's a painting of someone going to fish, having a nice time, sunny day, and then suddenly, wow, and there's all this action. Everywhere, water splashing, and this big creature. So this is called an action painting. The action painting has got two sides. First, and the surprise. Okay? And mine is going to have something similar to that. Let's see what will happen. See, he's riding his bike. He's going along, just feeling happy. And maybe he's whistling some tunes. I can put some notes here, music notes. And he's feeling quite happy. See? I can even go ahead and paint different sceneries, just like I did in the other one. And then suddenly, boom, hits into a creature, an animal. This side, I still have to continue, but you can go ahead and try and do as many surprising paintings and action paintings as possible. So as I continue to finish mine, let's see you try and do something similar to this at home. And remember, you can do any action paintings, different subjects, paint with as many colors as you want while I finish my border guy. Until next time, bye-bye.
What a lot of fun. Do you think you'll do all those kinds of pictures for your friends?
Yes!
I really enjoyed trying that one on my friends out in the wild.
Go on, Marara. Now it's time for something a little different. It's time for you to put on your thinking caps because it's time for Spell It! Animal, tractor, building, narrow, respect, deep, vegetable, work. Welcome to Spell It. Samoy, Dama, and Wichenje. You're about to step out of the shadows and into the light. You will compete for the top prize of the KnowZone Spelling Champion. If you win, you will go home with one of these lovely dictionaries.
Now, each contender has just 30 seconds to spell correctly as many words as possible. If you want to hear the word again, simply say repeat, and the word will be repeated for you. Now, each word is worth 1 point. Are the rules clear?
Yes. Good. Samoy, you're up first. Please take your place on the spelling zone.
Samoy, your 30 seconds start now.
Rain.
R-A-I-N.
Relief.
Pardon?
Relief.
R-E-A-L-E-F-E.
Cloud.
C-L-O-U-D.
Damage.
D-A-M-A-G-E.
Recycle.
R-E-S-L-Y-E-D.
Volcano.
V-O-L-C-A-N-O.
Forecast. Forecast.
F-O-R-C-A.
Time is up. Well done. Please step back. Dama, you're up next. Please take your place on the spelling zone.
Dama, your 30 seconds start now.
Mist.
Pardon?
Mist.
M-I-S-S-E-D.
Floods.
F-L-O-U-G-H-S-T-S.
Erupt.
E-R-U. Pardon?
Erupt.
E-R-U-P-T.
Thunder.
T-H-U-N-D-E-R.
Climate.
C-L-I-M-A-T-E.
Disaster. Time is up. Good. Wichenje, you're up next. Please take your place on the spelling zone.
Wichenje, your 30 seconds start now.
Wind.
W-I-N-D.
Drown.
What?
Drown.
D-R-O-W-N.
Rescue.
R-E-S-C-U-E.
Famine.
Famine.
Season.
Season.
Drought.
Drought.
Erosion.
Erosion. Erosion.
Incidents. Time is up. Well done.
Well, after that round of Spell It, I don't think we'll dilly-dally. Let's go straight into the results. I can now announce the results in reverse order. In third place, we have Dama. Let's give her a big round of applause, people.
Good. Good.
Excellent. Well done, Dama. Well done. In second place, Samoe, which means today's KnowZone spelling champion with a total of 7 points. We have Wichenja. Let's give him a big round of applause. Step forward, Wichenja. Congratulations. You are today's KnowZone spelling champion. Here you go. Show everyone at home your dictionary. Another round of applause, everyone.
Well done. Good. As for you, Samoe and Dama, you do not go home empty-handed. You get to take home one of these lovely dictionaries. Congratulations to all of you because you spelled very many words correctly.
That's right. Now, for you at home, I think we've all earned a bit of a break. So why don't we all sit back, relax, and enjoy another exciting edition of African Tales.
Hello everyone, I hope you're all sitting very comfortably. I am going to read you an African tale about a very, very bad king. I hope you enjoy it. Once upon a time, there was a very bad king who ruled over all lands. The bad king was always fighting wars and capturing people to use as slaves. One day, the king was coming home victorious after fighting another one of his neighbors. An old man who had been captured as a slave cried out to him, "Oh, big tree whose shadow everyone feeds, please let us go. You've taken away our gold, you've burnt down our homes, and you've destroyed our crops. Let us go back to rebuild our lives." The king looked at the old slave man and started laughing. "Ha ha 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 ha! What will you do if I don't let you go, huh? Nothing. I am the king, the warrior of warriors, the conqueror of conquerors. You will be my slaves till the day you die." The king whipped the old slave man and forced him to carry heavy logs into the palace. "Tomorrow, I will attack more places, so I will need more slaves." That night, the king was awoken by loud singing. "Who is that?" asked the king. "It's the old man singing to his gods," replied the king's advisor. "He's mad. Nothing can defeat me, including the gods." Suddenly, there was a loud thunder and lightning. Heavy rain started pouring. It was heavy, such that in a few minutes, water was everywhere in the land. "This is not the season for long rains," shouted the king. "Strange! Perhaps the climate is changing. This time of the year is normally dry and hot," said his advisor. "Yes, that's why we go to war. Prepare the soldiers. Tomorrow we'll go to war and attack our neighbors whether it's raining or not," commanded the king. The next morning, the king woke up to call his soldiers. He was surprised to find out that the rain had turned into hailstorm. When he opened the windows, huge drops hit him. "Ouch! It hurts! The raindrops look like stones. Look! Even the trees have been uprooted and the branches are broken." Some drops went through the roof, hitting and breaking items in the palace. "The land is covered with hailstones, Lord. None of the soldiers can walk to the palace. Anyone who gets near the palace is drowned," reported the king's advisor. "It's a message from my God. Let my people go," insisted the old man. "No way. Since my soldiers can go out, I will fight your god. Tell him to come out at once, shouted the king. He cannot. He is invisible, but his works can be seen. Okay, let's see who's stronger. Just then, the king turned to talk to his advisor, and by the time he turned to look at the old man, he was shocked. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. The weather had drastically changed and it was now snowing. He called his soldiers to go catch the old man, and they couldn't do it. The snow was very heavy, and every time the soldiers tried to go through it, they froze and became snowmen. This is very weird. The old man is evil, said the old king. That night, the old man was heard singing again. That madman, shouted the king. He takes advantage of the climate change to say it is his God working miracles. The following morning, when the king opened his window, he was surprised to see that the land was so dry that it looked like it hadn't rained for years. The trees, plants, and bushes were dry and withered. There was no green thing. Everything was brown. Huh? This is strange. Is this the season for drought? Exclaimed the king. No, it can't be the season for drought. Yesterday it was flooding. Today it's so dry and there's no food. There's famine in the land. That can't happen overnight, said the king's advisor. What do you mean there's famine in the land? Is the food in the stores not enough? It's inadequate. It can't feed the people. It's a message from my God. Let my people go. No, I'm going to fight this God of yours. Run to our neighboring kingdom. Ask them to lend us relief food. We shall pay back when we harvest ours, maybe a year from now. But we don't have any neighbors, said the advisor. Impossible. Everyone has a neighbor to rescue them in times of need. You have attacked and enslaved all your neighbors. If you let us go, we shall be your neighbors. We will exchange food when there's drought and help each other. So the old king set the slaves free, and from that day on, he did not attack another kingdom. That's the end of my story. Wasn't that an interesting story? I really hope you enjoyed it. Now be sure to let me know if you did. And that's all we have time for today. I hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Thank you so much for helping us with today's show. Did you all have fun?
Yes!
Oh, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us.
Come on, everyone, let's say goodbye. Bye!